Greetings, seekers of the hidden and the ancient. Welcome to Ancient Chronicles AI, where forgotten worlds, sacred mysteries, and cosmic truths come alive through AI-driven storytelling. Today, we open the gate to explore the Anunnaki and the biblical angels. Are they connected? A journey into realms just beyond ordinary sight. Prepare your mind, steady your spirit, and step with me into the unknown. Have you ever wondered if the ancient stories our ancestors told were more than just myths? What if the gods of one culture were the angels of another? Today, we be diving deep into a fascinating theory that connects two of the most powerful groups of beings in ancient history, the Anunnaki of Sumeria and the angels of the Hebrew Scriptures. Let us explore the incredible similarities and ask a bold question. Could they be one and the same? Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. The Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, wrote on clay tablets about powerful beings they called the Anunnaki. According to their texts, like the Epic of Gilgamesh in the Enuma Elish, the Anunnaki were a group of deities who came down from the heavens. The name itself is often translated as those who from heaven to earth came. They were described as the children of the sky god, Anu, and the earth goddess Ki. These weren't just distant gods. The Sumerians believed the Anunnaki lived among them, acting as rulers, judges, and architects of human society. They were credited with teaching humanity agriculture, writing, and law. They were powerful, awe-inspiring, and deeply involved in the day-to-day lives of mortals. Now, let's shift our focus to the ancient Near East and the Hebrew Scriptures, what many know as the Old Testament. Here, we encounter another group of supernatural beings, the Malachim, or angels. The word malach in Hebrew literally means messenger. These beings act as intermediaries between God and humanity, delivering divine messages, carrying out celestial judgments, and sometimes even battling on behalf of the faithful. Think about the angel Gabriel announcing a birth to Mary, or the angels who visited Abraham at the Oaks of Mamre. Just like the Anunnaki, these angels are powerful beings who descend from a heavenly realm to interact directly with humans on earth. They guide, they protect, they warn, and they shape the course of human events according to a divine plan. So, where do these two stories overlap? The similarities are striking. Both the Anunnaki and the angels are described as non-human beings originating from the heavens. Both groups descend to earth to interact with humanity, often taking on roles as teachers, guides, and enforcers of a higher order. Let's look at some specific parallels. In Sumerian texts, certain Anunnaki were assigned to oversee specific cities or aspects of civilization. Similarly, in some interpretations of Hebrew Scripture and later traditions, we see the concept of archangels or guardian angels assigned to specific nations or individuals. Consider the role of divine counsel. In Sumerian mythology, the major Anunnaki gods formed a council to make important decisions, including the fate of humanity, famously deciding to bring about a great flood. Now look at the Bible, for example in Psalm 82, which says, God presides in the great assembly. He renders judgment among the gods. This idea of a heavenly council is a powerful echo across both cultures. Could the gods mentioned in the psalm be a reference to the same kind of divine assembly the Sumerians described? Even the descriptions of these beings can be similar. While we often picture angels with feathery wings, many biblical descriptions are far more strange and awe-inspiring. Ezekiel's vision describes beings with multiple faces and glowing, metallic bodies, not unlike how one might describe beings from another world or dimension, a description that resonates with the powerful, otherworldly nature attributed to the Anunnaki. Some Anunnaki were depicted as winged figures, further blurring the lines between these ancient archetypes. So, what does this all mean? Is this just a case of cultural cross-pollination, where stories and ideas were shared and adapted as civilizations interacted? It's certainly possible. The ancient Near East was a melting pot of cultures, and it's natural for myths and religious ideas to blend over time. The story of a great flood, for example, appears in both the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh and the biblical story of Noah. Or, is there something more to it? Proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, like Zecharia Sitchin, argued that the Anunnaki were actual extraterrestrial visitors. In this view, the angels of the Bible were simply another culture's interpretation of these same advanced beings. The heavens they came from wasn't a spiritual paradise, but literally outer space. The divine knowledge they imparted was advanced technology and science. This theory reframes these ancient texts not as mythology, but as a kind of historical record of contact with a non-human intelligence. Whether you see the connection as a shared mythological heritage or as evidence of a forgotten history, the parallels are undeniable. Both narratives speak of powerful beings from above who fundamentally shaped the human experience. They gave us laws, they judged our actions, and they served as a bridge between our world and a realm beyond our understanding. They are the teachers, the messengers, the guardians of our ancient past. What do you think? Are the Anunnaki and the angels two different names for the same celestial beings? Is it a coincidence, a shared cultural story, or something more? Let me know your theories in the comments below. It is a fascinating puzzle that reminds us that the ancient world is still full of mysteries waiting to be explored. Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey through ancient history and myth. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you next time.